I am Robert T. Murphy, the Libertarian Party candidate for the U.S. Senate in Oklahoma in 2016. This is part 4 of my commentary on the maiden speech to the U.S. Senate of our incumbent Republican Senator, James Lankford. After claiming that we export liberty throughout the world and that has dictators shaking in their boots, he claims that Iran is our enemy, that Iran is a dangerous country and is the greatest exporter of terrorism in the world. This is just flat out wrong. Iran, which used to be known as Persia, is a Shiite country, while most of the Muslim world is Sunni. Now, these two factions have been fighting each other for 1,300 years, and there's been bad blood between them for a very long time. I'm here to say that Iran is not our enemy. Our enemy is Saudi Arabia and the Salafist and Wahhabi clerics who have been spreading a radical, fierce form of Islam throughout the world for the last 50 years or so. Let me get to my notes here. The Twin Towers. The Twin Towers were not brought down by Shiites. They were brought down by Sunnis, all but two of whom were from Saudi Arabia. It was financed by Saudi Arabia. I don't understand why we're still supporting Saudi Arabia, except that our multinational corporations still think that oil is so valuable that we should allow these people to, commit terrorist acts all over. Iran hasn't invaded anyone since the Greeks kicked their asses in, I think it was about 400 BC at Salamis. And we don't have to worry about Iran as our enemy. Once again, like the Philippines 100 years ago, like Vietnam 50 years ago, and today in Syria, we are fighting on the wrong side of history. The Saudis and the Qataris are actively financing ISIS in Syria because they want ISIS to take enough land out of Syria and put it under their control so that Qatar can build a gas pipeline from Qatar to Turkey and get even richer, sending energy into Europe. Yeah, let me go through my notes here. Yes. They probably feel very amused and entertained by the idea that they're financing a fanatical army to fight against the West, and that's us. There's a lot of revenge. There's a lot of revenge involved in these Mideast tribal wars. Okay, we need to stop supplying the Saudis with planes and bombs and other weapons of war, and pull all our troops and ships out of the Persian Gulf, out of the Middle East altogether, and let this 1,300-year-old war play itself out on its own. Okay, regarding immigration from the Middle East, I would welcome any Shiites, any Sufis, any Alawites, any Ismailis. They're welcome to come into the country. They are peaceful Muslim groups. Any Sunni from Saudi Arabia or Qatar, or any Sunnis that came from the Arabian Peninsula, we need to shut the door hard and fast. We cannot afford to keep getting involved in these Middle East wars. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.